So good evening, everyone. In today's session, we'll dig into the topic air pollution. So AirFi is our application name, and which we'll know about it later and what it is. So our team, Shom Banerjee, Vatanu Panja, and Harshwell, myself. So I'm gonna present the whole presentation, and we all are contributing and telling them introduce the presentation. Okay. So beginning. So this is our content for today's session, and let's head towards the introduction part.
Artlist.io.
So we see this is Chintu, and he's drawing something but couldn't find greenery. So you can see he's drawing something and then the car disturbs him. So now he decided to go a cleaner place where he understands the concepts of drawing, and he starts drawing there. He understands the application of trees over there, its use. The trees absorb CO2 and release CO2, but he see this, the deforestation. Now he knows the concept of air pollution. This is air pollution. So air pollution is the presence of chemicals or particles in the atmosphere that pose harmful to the health of humans and other living beings or causes climatic threats. Air pollutants can also be in any form, such as gases, particulates, and biological molecules. But what causes air pollution? And what does it mean to our planet? Some air pollution comes from natural sources like volcanic eruptions, wildfires, or allergens. But most air pollution results from human activities such as energies and agriculture. There are different types of human-made air pollution. When we burn fossil fuels to produce energies, they release greenhouse gases into the air. Now, this into the air, sorry. These emissions, such as carbon dioxide, methane, CFC, and nitrogen oxide heat, takes the heat from the sun in Earth's atmosphere and traps it, leading to a rise in global temperatures. This creates a cycle where air pollution contributes to climate change, and climate change creates higher temperatures. In turn, higher temperatures intensify some types of air pollution. Now, the smog. Smog is a type of air pollution that produces visibility and has serious health effects. Smog can be divided into two categories. Sulfurous smog, which is made up of chemical compounds called sulfur oxides. It occurs when burning sulfur-bearing fossil fuels such as coal. Photochemical smog. Photochemical smog, also called ground-level ozone, is a result of the reaction between sunlight and nitrogen oxides and volatile organic compounds. Nitrogen oxides come from car exhausts, coal power plants, and factory emissions. Volatile organic compounds are released from gasoline, paints, and many cleaning solvents. Smog not only creates a brown haze that reduces visibility, but also harms plants, irritates the eyes, and causes respiratory distress. While air pollution has many consequences for our planet, there are solutions. We can limit toxic pollutants, smog and greenhouse gases by decreasing the use of fossil fuels, such as in transportation, manufacturing, and electricity generation. Reducing air pollution not only contributes to a cleaner environment and better human health, but can also slow the rate of global warming. Now, let's take a break and then we'll start the other topic of this molecule.
Atanu, it's too hot here, na?
Yes, there had been a rise in global temperature in recent times, and I think depletion of ozone layer is one of the factors behind it.
Ozone layer? This is the next topic, right?
Yes,
You always come prepared before.
not everything obviously. Sir is back.
Okay.
Yes, so our next topic is ozone. So 15 to 35 kilometers above Earth's surface, the gas called ozone surrounds the planet. The ozone layer acts as a barrier between Earth and ultraviolet radiation from the sun. However, pollution has caused the ozone layer to thin, exposing life on Earth to dangerous radiation.
Sir, can you please elaborate it more?
Yeah, obviously. Let's understand this with the help of animations. So the Earth's atmosphere is made up of 6 layers. The second layer, called the stratosphere, contains the ozone layer. The ozone layer is made up of highly reactive molecule called ozone, which contains 3 oxygen atoms. 1, 2, 3. And now let's understand how this molecule is formed. For that, we need to travel up all the way into the atmosphere, where some oxygen molecule contain 2 atoms absorbed energy from the sun's UV rays and split into 2 form a single oxygen atom. Then this single atom mixes with the other oxygen molecule with 2 atoms to form an ozone molecule. So this is an ozone molecule. Now this ozone molecule turns out to form an ozone layer over the globe's surface. The ozone is a trace gas in the atmosphere. There are only about 3 molecules for every 10 million molecules of air, but it does a very important job. The ozone layer acts as Earth's sunscreen, absorbing about 98% of damaging ultraviolet or UV light. But the ozone layer has gotten thinner. Chemicals called chlorofluorocarbons or CFCs are the primary culprits in the ozone layer breakdown. Now, a CFC molecule that contains the elements carbon, chlorine, and fluorine. CFCs are mostly found in refrigerants, aerosols, and plastic products. When CFCs are exposed to ultraviolet rays in the atmosphere, they break down into substances that include chlorine. The chlorine reacts with the oxygen atoms in ozone and rips apart the ozone molecule. Areas of damage in the ozone layer are often called ozone holes, but that name is misleading. Ozone layer damage is more like a thin patch with the thinnest areas near to holes. Now, that's all students. The next module about the technologies which are being helping to prevent air pollution would be taught by another teacher. So, goodbye everyone.
Do you know what's the meaning of ozone?
What? Do this meaning exist?
Yes, ozone means smelly. The gas has a high odor, that's why it is named ozone.
Wow.
Welcome to our new module, which is based on technologies. Beginning with our first technology, smoke-free tower. What is a smoke-free tower? It is a tall tower containing an entry for the polluted air at the top. Inside the tower, the air is filtered using the process of HEPA filtration, and then the fresh air is liberated outside using multiple fans at the bottom. Why use this? Smog, as you know, is a mixture of smoke and fog, which is known for causing multiple problems, such as breathing problem, eye irritation, reduced visibility in roads, and also making lungs prone to infections. Here, smoke-free tower comes to rescue. It produces pollution-free air by purifying up to 1,000 cubic meters of air per second. However, the only disadvantage of this technology is that the project is quite costly. Recently, our India's first smoke-free tower has been installed in New Delhi, which is one of the most polluted cities in India. It is in operation currently since October 2020. Our next technology is airing. What is airing? Airing is an innovative product which uses pollution from car exhausts to produce the mostly used black ink. The process involves capturing the emission, refining it into carbon, and mixing with various oils and chemicals to produce the ink. How this idea came about? Car exhausts produce a lot of PM2.5, which is so tiny that it makes way to our lungs easily, causing asthma and lung cancer if not treated in the right time. The founder of the product observed a picture. Here we see that the exhaust from the diesel generator creates a black triangle on the wall. This brought in the thought of pollution and inks, resulting the product we see now. Advantages. By using this product, black ink need not be produced by burning extra fossil fuels. In fact, it is a good way to recycle the exhaust from the vehicles. How is it implemented? A device named Kali ink is used to capture the pollution. In the initial days of the project, it was tested on cars, trucks, motorcycles, and fishing boats in Bangalore and Hong Kong. The company now has started to work on capturing pollution from static sources of emission such as diesel generators. Also, the air ink was initially used for creating wonderful artworks. Later, it extended to markers and printer inks. Our next technology is electric cars. Talking of electric cars, let us understand the use and benefits of using an electric car while having a comparison with a normal gasoline-powered car. Both cars start out on the assembly line with similar parts made of raw materials like steel and aluminium. For a gasoline car, this manufacturing and assembling stage generates about 7 tons of emissions, whereas battery electric cars, on the other hand, are powered by large batteries. This requires more energy and materials to produce for an 84-mile range battery electric car, which results emissions of approximately 8 tons. But what happens when they run on roads? Oil-powered cars produce pollution with every gallon of oil they burn. Even more emissions come in extracting, refining, and transporting the fuel to gas stations. Electric cars, on the other hand, can be much cleaner since renewable sources of energy are used for making the electricity. At the end of their rides, gasoline cars would have resulted 57 tons of global warming emissions compared to just 28 tons from a battery electric car. Finally, disposal and recycling of both cars generate less than 1 ton of emission. And yes, still making sure the electric car's battery is recyclable or reusable. By making a final tally, we can say that an electric car cuts off global warming emissions by 50% compared to gasoline-powered vehicles.
So now comes the most important part of our presentation, that is the idea, the application which we made. So we know that there is a lack of awareness among the people about the causes of air pollution. So we planned an innovative way to approach this problem. Through the application AirFile, one can get the air quality index of a particular setting. Also, one can get the pollution count from different modes of transport like scooters, bikes, cars, and all, plus the composition of toxic pollutants emitted during combustion of substances. Yeah. So you might wonder, is it really possible to get the air quality index of any city across the globe? Then I must say it is possible. How? Through API. What is an API? Now an API is an application programming interface. It allows apps to send information between each other. While there are numerous protocols and technologies involved, the underlying purpose of APIs is always the same, to let one piece of software to communicate with another. So in our case, we use a geographic-based API which provides us the required information. So you might be curious to know more about the application, right? So we don't have the application pure ready, but we have a demo which shows the air quality index. Okay, so let me take you over there. So if I search my application over here, we get our app. Okay, now this app, if we search like Kolkata, then we get the air quality index of that position. Okay, so if anyone,
Yes,
Search
search
Noida.
London.
Noida, okay. So if I search Noida, you get 167. Okay. So anyone, any other student which
Can you search
wants
Delhi
to
for me?
know
Search London.
London? Okay. Yeah, I'll search Delhi. Okay. Now I'll search Delhi. Yeah, you see, we get the different air quality index according to the city. Okay. So now let's get back to our PPT. So this is our application, and yeah, we have the basic layout of our application ready. Okay, so we have a like the application ready in our PPT. So we know our limitation. Okay, so we don't have the app to show in that in reality. Okay, so we made it to in our PPT. So let's get inside. So you see, we have three options where we can get the air quality index. In the air quality index, you can go like to Kolkata and get, see, it's 107 and it's poor. Okay, so like we know that in Delhi we have high air quality index. Yeah, it's hazardous over there. And now if you see Bangalore, you see it's moderate, a bit moderate over there. And these are real time. Okay, it may change accordingly, real time. And also we have a service like you can search any city. Since the way I saw, I'll let you see that thing. Okay, now also we have pollution count, like you get the vehicles, you can search your brand, your model number of a bike or scooter. Okay, so we have just added a sample. So if you see the CO2 emissions, so it's a thing which make awareness among people. Okay, get back, and then this is the toxicity composition. Okay, now if you see that this plastic, okay, now this plastic, how much it is dangerous to burn. Okay, so we know that which product is not dangerous to burn in the sense that it causes less pollution according to other products. Okay, so this is basically the awareness part. Now see, that's not all. Okay, these are some listed products, but we know our limitations. Okay, so we also have a database, and we can't just rely on the API which are providing by other third-party organization. Okay, so we'll have a database, we'll have our new inputs over there from different universities and all to get other objects and appliances. So this is our application. Now let's head towards the final part of our session. Okay, so now gets to the overview part. So welcome to our last session of the topic, which is conclusion. So let's see what's the scenario of the air pollution in today's world. From smog hanging over the cities inside the home, air pollution poses a major threat to health and climate. Ambient air pollution accounts for an estimated 4.2 million deaths per year due to stroke, heart disease, lung cancer, acute and chronic respiratory diseases. But now, what is the number one source of air pollution? The burning of fossil fuels. Most of the air pollution takes place due to the burning of fossil fuels such as coal, oil, gasoline, and produce energy for electricity or transportation. The release of carbon monoxide in high level indicates how much fossil fuel is burned. 9 out of 10 human beings currently breathe air that exceeds the WHO's guideline limit for pollutants, with those living in low and middle income countries suffering the most. If air pollution is not controlled by 2030, the air will become so poisonous that it will be necessary to use an image, which is an oxygen kit to breathe easily. Rising air pollution led to premature aging. Human exposure to air toxin will increase to a great extent if air pollution is not controlled. But not to worry much. Air pollution is decreasing due to increased measures to control it.
Artlist.io.
Obviously, it won't be this much that you will see the Jupiter on the sky. But yes, our planet is getting healed slowly, heading towards our next topic, overview of the whole PPT.
Let's have a quick overview of what we learned till
Music
now.
licensing
First, we
reimagined.
introduced the topic air pollution, then its causes, sources, and types. Also, we saw that smog is one of the major pollutants of air and presented some views on reducing the smog content. Another important topic discussed was ozone, where we saw how ozone gets created in nature, why it is needed, how it gets depleted due to CFCs. But fortunately, we still have hope. As with the increasing awareness about the harmful effect of fluorocarbons and other chemicals, the production and consumption of such substances are decreased to a significant level. And as a result, the ozone layer is slowly getting healed and getting back to its original form. However, as responsible beings, we have more to serve for the ecosystem.
Music
There isn't much
licensing
we can do about the
reimagined.
CFCs that have been released already, but there are some things we can do now. First thing to do is spreading awareness about its harmful effects amongst our friends and family. Another essential thing to do is, if you have air conditioners or refrigerators more than 20 years old, make sure you replace it with a new one and try to have the old one disposed of properly. Also, the easiest way to help our planet is by sharing this video with your friends and family. We also saw some innovative technologies such as smoke-free tower, which sucks in all the pollution outside in the air and liberates fresh air to the surroundings. Another one was airing, which captures air pollution out of engine exhausts and produces black ink. This ensures that fossil fuels that are burnt in the vehicles
Music
are reused.
licensing
Lastly,
reimagined.
we discussed the benefits of an electricity-driven car and got to know that as a whole its emissions are very less. In fact, almost half of the emissions from normal vehicles, all because of the use of renewable sources of energy. Then we came to the most interesting part of our presentation, our application Airify. It is an initiative by our team to make people aware of the air pollution index of a city or air pollution caused from any vehicles or the toxic pollutants released from combustion of plastic. Finally, we have an analysis of the world scenario of air pollution and its effects.
So yes, here comes to end of our presentation. So I would like to show us the bibliography, which National Geographic Channel helped us a lot. The Economic Times, we had research, we have read articles from it. Energy.gov, this is an website which gives us data about the current scenario, and obviously WHO, World Health Organization. So I thank you all for being here with us, and
Okay, very good. A different way to present your presentation. And I have one question. By using your application, you have to determine the air quality index. Okay. So when the air quality index is 154, so you told me that this air environment is hazardous. But when the air quality index is 107, so this is a normal value. So how can you identify which value is explain?
Yeah. So according to WHO and many other organizations, we see that there is a range which makes the thing to our thing. Like the 107, it was very poor. Okay, and the I have written that 70 comes in the moderate range. That it's okay right now, but yes, as if I told you that 9 out of 10 human beings are inhaling the wrong air, right? It's a polluted air, it's not clean air. So yes. they are living
So,
in a hazardous.
what is the actual range for the fresh air? What is the actual range?
For the fresh
Air
air,
quality
it's
index.
see telling that it's about 1020, then it's not a reality. It's not a reality, but
Yes.
still there's a
Uh-huh.
safe region around 50.
Okay.
If the air
That means
quality is below 50,
maximum. Okay, maximum permissible limit is 50.
yeah, if it is 50, then it's way clear, way safe
Okay.
air. It can be found in Hawaii. If you check
Yes,
the air
yes,
quality,
yes. But it is not a fresh air. It contains some different
Yeah.
types of impurities. Is there?
yeah, but it's
But
safe to
hey-
inhale, not that much hazardous like in other places.
Yes, yes, yes. If this value is greater than 100, so this quality of air is very poor.
Yes,
Okay.
it's very
So okay. Very good presentation.